As we approach week 0, I thought it would be a good idea to go through some of the craziest athletic freaks in college football this year. These guys not only put up crazy numbers on the field, but also in the weight room. Some of these names may be thrown around after the NFL Combine after they put up impressive showings. While the media may make it seem like these guys came out of nowhere, they won't for you, as you will already know the names. Now let's get into some of the most athletic freaks in college football for the 2021 season. Neal is a left tackle out of Alabama. Coming out of high school, Neal was a 5-star recruit who was the best offensive tackle in his class, 3rd best player in Florida, and 7th best player nationally. He received over 22 different Division I offers from the likes of Alabama, Florida State, Georgia, Miami, and Oklahoma. He measured to be 6'7.5" and weighed 360 pounds coming out of high school. In 2019, Neal was named a freshman All-American, playing all over the offensive line before finding a home at left guard, starting 13 games there. In 2020, Neal started all 13 games at right tackle, playing 810 snaps, only missing 6 assignments, and having 3 penalties all season long. He only allowed 1.5 sacks all season and 4 quarterback hurries. So why does Neal make this list? Well, he measured to be 6'7" and weighs 350 pounds, but wow scouts with his flexibility and power. Alabama's director of sports science Matt Rie told The Athletic, at his size, he's the most impressive lower body power athlete we have ever seen. His jumping power is in the top 1% we have ever measured. At 350 pounds, he routinely hits the box jump at 48 inches. Nick Saban spoke on Neal's athleticism, telling The Athletic, "Evan is very unique. He has great size, great athleticism, but most importantly, he's a hard worker. He has a lot of goals and aspirations for how good he wants to be and what his expectation is. He's a bit of a perfectionist in terms of how he goes about things. He's also got good intangibles. He plays with good toughness. He's got mental toughness. He works hard to get in shape. He spent a lot of time getting his body right. He used to be even bigger than he is now, but now he can sustain better. He's very assignment conscious. He doesn't make a lot of mental errors. This guy does just about everything that you would like from the best player in your program to do and set a good example for other players." Neal's body fat was 22% last year during the national title run, which is on par with linemen who are usually 40 pounds lighter than him. He crushes the running involved in Alabama's 4th quarter program and bench presses 475 pounds while squatting 650 pounds. He also hit 18.5 miles per hour running according to the GPS at 350 pounds. Aiden Hutchinson is a defensive end out of Michigan. Coming out of high school, Hutchinson was a 4-star recruit who was the best player in Michigan, 6th best strong side defensive end, and 112th best player nationally. He received over 13 different Division I offers from the likes of LSU, Michigan, Michigan State, Nebraska, and Wisconsin. Neal measured to be 6'6" and 260 pounds as well coming out of high school. As a freshman, Hutchinson appeared in all 13 games along the defensive line, recording 15 tackles. In 2019, he started all 13 of Michigan's games along the defensive line, recording 68 tackles, 10.5 tackles for a loss, 4.5 sacks, 6 pass breakups, 4 quarterback hurries, and 2 forced fumbles. He shared the Richard Catcher Award with Kwity Paye that season as well. Going to the 2020 season, Hutchinson was voted a team captain by his teammates, but was only able to start 3 games before his season was cut short against Indiana with an injury, finishing the year with 15 tackles. So why does Hutchinson make this list? Well, at 6'6", 265 pounds, Hutchinson has a 36-inch vertical, 4'6", 40, and a 4.07 shuttle time. He impressed his strength coach with the 2.57 reactive plyo stairs, which is crazy to do at his size. According to The Athletic, he's the first athlete that veteran strength coach Ben Herbert has witnessed do the Turkish get-up with 135 pounds and no collar to lock on the plates in 24 years working in a college weight room. Any mistakes or hint of imbalances in keeping the bar perfectly level and the weight will slide off. One source told The Athletic he's going to test really well when he goes to the combine. He's a huge chip on his shoulder and can be right where Kwity was in those agility numbers, running low 4.6s with a mid-30s vert, but he's over 6'6", and he's going to bench 225 in the 30s. Jalen Virgo is a wide receiver out of App State. Coming out of high school, Virgo was a 2-star recruit who was the 202nd best player in Georgia, 335th best wide receiver, and 2,365th best player in his class. He received 8 offers from the likes of App State, Coastal Carolina, Elon, Georgia Southern, and Old Dominion. He would redshirt his first year at App State, while in 2017, he saw action in all 13 games, recording 20 receptions for 364 yards and leading the team in yards per catch with 18.2. In 2018, Virgo was named the fastest wide receiver in the Sun Belt by Streets and Smith, running a 10.29 100-meter dash for the track team in the spring of 2018. He would have 17 receptions for 238 yards, seeing action in all 13 games. In 2019, Virgil played in all 14 games, making 5 starts, recording 24 receptions for 383 yards and 4 receiving touchdowns. In 2020, Virgil played in 9 games, making 6 starts at wide receiver, recording 22 receptions for 225 yards and 3 touchdowns. He was also named to the All-Sun Belt third team as a return specialist. So why does he make the list? Well, aside from his impressive track numbers, Virgil also has a vertical jump of 40.5 inches, broad jump of 10.11, bench press of 405, and a closed grip bench of 345 pounds, and a sumo deadlift of 600 pounds. The App State coaching staff is high on him going into the 2021 season, with Sean Clark saying he is catching the ball more natural and becoming detailed in route running. We expect big things from him this year. Tariq Woolley is a cornerback out of UTSA. Coming out of high school, Woolley was a 3-star recruit who was the 138th best player in Texas, 142nd ranked wide receiver, and 1003rd best player in his class. He received over 7 different Division I offers from the likes of Baylor, Houston, North Texas, Texas State, and UTSA. Woolley appeared in 1 game in 2017, ultimately redshirting. In 2018, he had 15 receptions for 158 yards and 1 touchdown in 8 games. In 2019, he appeared in 7 games, having 9 receptions for 105 yards. Going into the 2020 season, Woolley converted to a cornerback after struggling with catching the ball consistently, playing in 9 games, recording 35 tackles, 2.5 tackles for a loss, a sack and a half, and 1 interception. So why does he make this list? Well, Woolley measured to be 6'4" and weighs 204 pounds. He has a broad jump of 11.5, and he also has a laser-timed 4.34 40 and a .9 flying 10 yards. Woolley was clocked by the GPS running 23.33 miles per hour as well. The dude has some blazing speed. George Karlaftis is a defensive end out of Purdue. Coming out of high school, Karlaftis was a 4-star recruit who was the best player in Indiana, 4th best strong side defensive end, and 59th best player nationally. He received over 16 different Division I offers from the likes of Alabama, Clemson, Florida, Purdue, and USC, choosing to stay home and play at Purdue. His family had moved to West Lafayette from Athens, Greece when he was in 8th grade, and that's when he started playing football. As a true freshman, Karlaftis started all 12 of Purdue's games, recording 54 tackles, 17.5 tackles for a loss, a forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries, and 7.5 sacks. During an abbreviated 2020, he recorded 4 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, 2 sacks, and 1 QB hit in 3 games. He played on the U16 Greek national water polo team as a 13-year-old and became a 2-time Indiana State champ in shot put. He weighs 272 pounds and dropped his body fat from 25% to 15%. He power cleans 380 and has a 505-pound front squat, a 10-1 broad jump, and a 37-inch vertical. The craziest stat of them all is he hit a 4.69 40. He takes his preparation seriously, spending an hour a day doing hand-to-hand combat and MMA drills, an hour on rehab mobility exercises, and a 3rd hour watching film. Mark Hagan, his position coach, told The Athletic his preparation is elite, saying, proper nutrition, proper hydration, extra time in the training room to take care of his body, extra stretching, extra meeting, and video extra drill work every day. I've literally got to shut him down at times so he doesn't overtrain. Some other guys I want to mention are Kyle Hamilton out of Notre Dame, who has recorded 104 tackles, 5.5 tackles for a loss, 5 interceptions, and 17 passes defended during his first 2 seasons in South Bend. He also has a top-end speed of 21 miles per hour, vertical jump of 41.7, and a broad jump of 10.8. Jeffrey Gunter plays the bandit position at Coastal Carolina. He's a 39-inch vertical, 10.2 broad jump, a 4.37 pro shuttle time. He benches 435 and can do 30 reps at 225. He squats 525 pounds and can power clean 365 pounds without straps. Coastal Carolina's defensive coordinator Chad Staggs told The Athletic he has great length and raw athletic ability, but I believe what sets him apart is his work ethic and relentless effort. Devontae Wyatt is 6'3" and weighs 307 pounds, but that has not stopped the Georgia Bulldog from clocking a 4.87 40, 31-inch vertical jump, and 9.3 broad jump. He also benched 385 pounds and squats 585 pounds. Derek Stingley Jr. could be the best player in the 2022 NFL draft class and runs a 4.3 40 and has a 42-inch vertical jump. LSU strength and conditioning coach Tommy Moffitt told The Athletic he's lost 11 pounds from last year. He committed himself to being as lean and fit as he can be. It was an incredible challenge because of how lean he was already. He's a super disciplined young man. Tyler Lindenbaum showed off his athleticism at the annual Solon Beef Days in his home state, heaving a 60-pound hay bale 14 feet to share the title with fellow Hawkeyes offensive lineman Tyler Ellsbury, and beating out Tristan Wirfs' winning performance in 2019 by 2 feet. He set the Hawkeyes squat record for a center by doing 590 pounds and has a 1.55 10-yard split and a 4.22 shuttle. Travis Jones has lost 30 pounds, previously weighing 360 pounds, with 30% body fat, and now just has 13% body fat. He benched 455 and has done 32 reps at 225. He hang cleans 405 and squats 615 pounds while having a 28.5-inch vertical jump and 4.57 shuttle time. To put that in perspective, Derek Brown ran a 4.79 at the 2020 Combine and is the same exact weight as Jones. Last but not least is probably the coolest guy I want to talk about, and that's Tariq Young out of Lenore Ryan, who scored 12 touchdowns on 74 touches in 2019. He has a 43.5-inch vertical, 11.3 broad jump, and a 4.46 40. As a Division II monster, he power cleans 350 and has 10 1/8 inch hands, which are bigger than DeAndre Hopkins and Julio Jones and have already been verified, as well as 32 1/8 inch arms and a 78 1/8 inch wingspan. He could be a name thrown around during next year's NFL draft. Head coach Mike Jacobs, who played at Ohio State and coached at Purdue, told The Athletic, "It's hard to compare anyone to David Boston, but Tariq's mix of size and speed at the D2 level is akin to that. Tariq would be as similar to our tight end at Purdue, Dustin Keller, a future first-round pick of the New York Jets. Keller is one of the single most gifted athletes I have ever been around. In any instance, Tariq would have fit in at both schools." But what do you think? Who is the craziest athletic freak going into the 2021 college football season? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out some of my other videos here. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.